So a lot of you guys really liked my Aquaman review for the first Aquaman, and I got the second Aquaman because you all know how much I love the first one. It looks just as badass as the first. Actually, it looks extremely creepy. These are the little predator dudes that are like, yeah, we're going to eat you. So it starts off with the predators rejects attacking the ship of people, and they're like, food again, and they all they keep saying is food. And when they're not saying food, they're saying something in like some weird language, like I don't know. It looks like there's like a queen bee among these little predator rejects. Like there's a whole bunch of them, and then they've got the little king dude because he was gonna eat it, or they were all gonna eat the dude, and then he pops up, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's our boss! Here you go, boss man. Eat the human. Eat the puny human." And he's like, "Puny humans," and he eats him. Okay, so the next page, the Red Hood and the Outlaws artist can draw Corey in as many compromising positions and in as little clothing as they want, as long as Ivan Race keeps drawing Arthur with his shirt off. I gotta say, I was not expecting that little bit of fan service, but if they draw Arthur like that more often, then I'm a very happy fangirl. Next, Mira and Arthur are just talking, and he's going through a photo book of him and his dad from when he was little, and Mira's just asking a bunch of questions, and they're having a cute little family moment. And then a police officer knocks on the door, and Arthur answers it, and the police officer says that they're having a lot of issues down by the docks, and they really need a lot of help. Could you come help us? Arthur and Mira say, "Totes my goats, we're gonna be down there in a minute." So they make it down to the pier. So when they get down to the docks, they realize that half the town is missing, and the only evidence they really have is a little bit of blood on the wood. And it's kind of a shitstorm down there, and all the cops are freaking out. And the deputy brings Aquaman in, the officer who went to get Arthur, and everyone's like, "What the hell? You brought Aquaman?" Aquaman's just looking around like, "Okay, here we go again." Jesus. I mean, he's got like the best pissed off expressions. If I could look pissed off like Aquaman, nobody would fuck with me. So Aquaman does his little doo 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 thing at the water, and he doesn't find anything there, which is very odd because he should find a crustacean or something, but he didn't find any fish, nothing, and him and Mira are like, "Well, shit, something happened." And right after he does that, they pull up something from the deep depths of the bay, and it turns out to be this weird clam thing, and Mira and Aquaman recognize it. Oh, they say it's a cocoon. They recognize what it is, and they freak out for a second, especially when a boat sails to shore and all of the predator rejects jump off of it and start screaming for food. These guys look like a troop of college students. As soon as somebody says free donuts or something, they're just like running rampant. So Mira and Aquaman have this huge battle royale with the monsters, and there's blood and guts everywhere, and it's getting pretty intense. And then the big baddie one, who is like the king or whatever that you saw before, he attacks Arthur specifically, and Arthur's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck are you?" And it says nothing. It doesn't say what it is. It says something in its weird language, and then it says, "This food comes to the trench." So I guess he's gonna try to kidnap Aquaman. So I love it. Again, Aquaman is still extremely badass, and now the rest of the world knows that he's a badass. The art is still so beautiful. I'm going to have sex with this art. No, seriously, somehow I am going to make sweet, sweet love to this art. It's so classic comic book art. It's got beautiful lines. It's got such a glossy color to it. Like the color is such a glossy finish, and it's got like these really dark high shadows, and it's just so classic comic book in a really great way. I am far from an artist, so if any of you guys out there are actually artists or you guys like to draw or whatever, please tell me what you think about the art, because I mean, as part of the completely ignorant masses, I absolutely love it. The writing is just as fabulous as last time. Pacing is perfect, story pacing is perfect, the characterizations are perfect. You know what? I'm going to take this moment to say how much I absolutely love Arthur and Mira's relationship. They have just such intense chemistry. Like, you see them together and you completely believe that they're in love. They've written this, Jeff Johns has written their relationship so fabulously. They're just so fantastic together. And they're just perfect for one another. Arthur is this badass superhero that not a lot of people believe in, and so he needs all of the support he can get, and she's like the perfect person for him because she gives him this support while kicking everybody's ass in the process. I've always thought this about their relationship. She protects him and cares about him and cares for him, but at the same time, she still gives him room to be the superhero that he is, and she doesn't fight his battles for him, but she will not hesitate to punch you in the face if you say anything about him. And Arthur, for his part, seems to really appreciate her and really love her. Um, the two of them just have this mutual respect for each other that when you can pull that off in a comic book, I'm pretty floored. I absolutely love these two together. As for the villain, we don't know too much about him yet. He seems to be just this awkward monster thing, so I don't know exactly how much we're going to know about him as a big, bad, calculating villain, but so far, they're pretty terrifying. This shit would give me nightmares. Look at that. Damn. This monster villain that they've got is both terrifying and believable at the same time. He's not so try hard terrifying that he's ridiculous and just kind of a joke. They're actually really scary. So I give Aquaman another 5 out of 5 because I'm absolutely loving where this story is going. So you guys tell me what you think about Aquaman, and any other Aquaman fans out there, hit me up because we need to stick together. Um, so yeah, I absolutely cannot wait for the third one. Deuces.